mentioned that you want to play a bit more rugby. Are you concerned about the lack of creativity? And did you give any thought to bringing in a second playmaker in the midfield, whether it was an Owen Farrell at 12 or an Elliot Daly at 13?
Yeah, it's just having the ball, the ball at the right time to do that, and picking up's not so much about the creativity. It's just about making sure that we get some front foot ball and whatever. And I wouldn't say that South Africa have been creative in any way in terms of that. From an attacking perspective, haven't really stressed us in any ways. And like I said, we've played some good rugby earlier in this tour, and if we can get some front foot ball on the weekend, we had some good phases. We've highlighted and identified to the players where we have created some chances and probably just haven't executed them. So, that's the thing we'll be working hard on training this week, and particularly with South Africa, the way that they defend with that sort of rush defence, closing everything in, it doesn't give you a lot of time and space, and that's why it's so important to get on the front foot and to get some go forward, whether that's through your forwards or hitting it up, or the variation of a positive kicking game to slow a bit of their line speed. That gives you just a little bit more time on the ball to create more space.
Cheers.
Warren, just in terms of some of the Scots in your squad, how difficult decisions was it make to drop the likes of Hogg and Harris, and then obviously with Russell coming in on the bench, what kind of options does that give you?
Look, there've just been some really, really tough calls in terms of that, and Stuart's had the first two games, and one of the definite strengths of Liam Williams is his aerial game, and we've unfortunately with our whole back three last week, we weren't great in that area. We put a lot of balls down, and so we felt that we needed to make a couple of changes there, and by bringing Bundy in, he does. They used Gatland a lot in terms of just off 9 off there as a hit up merchant. So Bundy's been brought in there to try and negate that, and but he's also a good rugby player in terms of getting some go forward. He's not just a hit up person. He's got some really good footwork and offloading ability, and the other thing is to give Robbie an opportunity at Test match level in that 13 channel too. So. Again, some tough calls, and then Finn comes in as someone who hasn't, he's just back to full fitness. It's taken the whole tour, and he adds something a little bit different, and hopefully in that second half when things do loosen up a little bit, we do get some more ball and play time, and we do get some tempo that he can come on and add to that.
You think that could be a spark that could be needed in that last, maybe even the dying minutes, that sort of creativity could make a difference with the likes of Finn there?
He definitely offers something a little bit different, so, from an attacking perspective, and we've been pleased with Ali on this tour in terms of the tempo that he's brought, and that's why we've moved him back into, thought he played well in the first test, and I even spoke about, the likes of someone like Marcus Smith as well. He brings something a little bit different, and asks and poses different questions of the defence, and that's something that Finn's able to do.
Hi Warren, Sinead here in Virgin Media News. Just again on Bundy, what was his reaction to starting, and also why didn't you include Tyke Byrne in the squad?
Haven't spoken to Bundy about his reaction. I think just named the team to the players this morning, so pretty much after we named the team, we went straight to training, so I haven't had a chat about that. The two second rows have both played 80 minutes, and one of the strengths of someone like Adam Baird is his maul defence. He was outstanding in the South African A game, did a great job. To be honest, he was quite unlucky not to start the first test in the second row, so we've felt that we need something like that to negate one of their strengths if they go to that in the game. And so Tyke's been, he's been unlucky, and Sam Simmons, we talked about some of the guys we got on the bench, and as the game breaks up, and he hasn't had a huge amount of opportunities, but he's been training well. He's got that speed and power, and hopefully he gets a chance if the game does loosen up a little bit.